We've all been there. You are absolutely crushing a workout, feeling like a machine, totally unstoppable. And then, bam, it hits you. The wall, the crash. That moment your body just says, nope, we're done. But what if I told you that crash isn't about a lack of willpower? What if it's a secret battle happening inside your own body? A battle you can actually win.
You know the feeling, right? One minute you're flying, the next your legs feel like they're filled with wet sand, your brain gets fuzzy, and every single movement feels like you're wading through thick mud. It is, without a doubt, one of the most frustrating things an athlete can experience.
And this just says it all. It's not about just being tired. No. This is a complete and total system shutdown, an invisible force that just slams the brakes on everything. So what is it? What's actually going on here? Well, it's not a mystery. It's pure, hard science.
Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain on this thing. What is this invisible force that can bring a world-class athlete to a dead stop? Turns out it's not so invisible. It's a measurable biological event that's happening right inside your bloodstream.
The main culprit has a name, and it's called exercise-induced hypoglycemia, or EIH for short. I know it sounds complicated, but it's actually super simple. It's just the sciencey term for when your blood sugar, your body's #1 fuel source, drops off a cliff because your muscles are just burning through energy faster than you can supply it.
And when that happens, oh, the symptoms are brutal. We're talking about sudden dizziness, maybe some confusion. You might get the shakes, feel incredibly weak, even anxious with a racing heart. These aren't just feelings. These are literal alarm bells your body is screaming at you for fuel.
Here's the best way to think about it. Your body is a high-performance race car, and glucose, that's the high-octane fuel in the tank. When you're exercising hard, that engine is just guzzling fuel. And if you start with a half-empty tank where you can't refuel on the go, well, the engine stalls. It's as simple as that.
And here's the magic number, the red line on your fuel gauge. Medically, hypoglycemia is defined as when your blood glucose drops below 70 milligrams per deciliter. This isn't just in your head, it's a real, quantifiable crisis state. You dip below this line and your performance is going to absolutely plummet. So the big question is, how do we keep that tank from running dry?
Well, this brings us to your secret weapon, because preventing that crash isn't just about stuffing your face with carbs. It's about eating the right kind of carbs at the right time. And the key that unlocks all of this is something called the glycemic index.
The glycemic index, or GI, is a total game changer. It's basically a simple 0 to 100 scoreboard for your food, telling you exactly how fast a carb is going to hit your bloodstream and jack up your blood sugar. Understanding this scale is like getting the owner's manual to your own body.
So let's break it down. On the low end of the scale, you've got things like veggies and whole grains. Think of these as your slow-burn logs for the fire. Then, way up on the high end, you've got stuff like white bread and potatoes. This is your rocket fuel. And look, this isn't about good foods versus bad foods. It's about strategy. It's about using the right fuel for the job. And here's where it all clicks. Low GI foods are that slow-burn fuel, giving you a steady, drip feed of energy. Absolutely perfect for long, grinding endurance events. High GI foods, on the other hand, are pure rocket fuel. They give you a massive, immediate spike in energy. They're ideal for a quick boost or, more importantly, for rapidly refueling after you've completely emptied the tank. Because you see, it's not just what you're eating, it is when you eat it that makes all the difference. This is where we move from just eating to actual strategy. We're talking about carbohydrate timing, perfectly syncing your fuel with your body's demands to unlock peak performance.
So here's the playbook. It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, an hour or 2 before you work out, you top off the gas tank with a good carb meal. Step 2, during the workout, you just sipping on fuel, keeping those blood sugar levels nice and stable. Then step 3, the second you're done, you slam your body with that high GI rocket fuel to kickstart recovery and refill those tanks for your next session. It's simple, it's effective, and it is backed by science.
Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered. Okay, so you've got all that down. You're ready to go. But this is where we get to the big twist in the story.
Because for decades, this whole conversation has been about fuel, fuel, fuel. But what if I told you there's another massive piece of the puzzle that almost everyone misses? Right? I mean, it seems so simple. It has to be all about what you eat. But what if you're doing everything right? You're timing your carbs, you're choosing the right GI foods, and you still hit that wall. What's going on then? Is it possible that this entire conversation about bonking is missing half the story?
And there it is. That's the bombshell. Read that again. Because sometimes, maybe even most of the time, the crash you feel isn't a fueling problem at all. It's a pacing problem. Plain and simple, you tried to cash a check that your body just wasn't trained to write.
So let's get our terms straight, because this is absolutely critical. Bonking is a true fuel crisis. The tank is literally completely empty. But blowing up, that's different. That's a pacing failure. You went out way too hard, you burned all your fuel way too fast, and your body pulled the emergency brake. They might feel the same, but trust me, their causes are worlds apart. So what do we do with this? How do we put these two giant ideas, fuel and fitness, together? It's not about choosing one or the other. No, the real secret, the key to unlocking your absolute best performance, is understanding how they work together in perfect harmony. This is the single biggest takeaway. I want you to burn this into your brain. Stop thinking about it as fuel versus fitness. It's not a debate. The reality is, it's fuel and fitness. They are two sides of the exact same high-performance coin. You cannot have one without the other.
And here's how it all connects. It's a beautiful cycle. First, your pace, how hard you go, determines how fast you burn through your fuel. Go too hard, you'll be on empty in no time. Second, your fitness, your training, literally builds you a bigger, more efficient gas tank. And third, proper fueling is what allows you to train hard enough to build that bigger tank in the first place. See? It all works together.
Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered.
So I want to leave you with this one final question. Because at the end of the day, your ability to process fuel while you're working hard is a skill. It's trainable, just like your muscles. So the real question is, are you training your gut as hard as you're training your legs? Because if you're ignoring your fueling strategy until the big day, you are leaving your biggest possible performance gains just sitting on the table. Think about that.